Vamos, vamos, St. Louis City.
Hey! Lutz is signing players from the North Sea region again!
Well, eat my lutefisk and gird my lederhosen because we've got some St. Louis City SC transfer news to share. Right before dawn on a January Sunday morning, Czech outlet Infotball broke the news that Slavia Prague's Conrad Wallem will be headed to St. Louis City. Once he got the crust out of his eyes, Tom Boger confirmed the report, and a little while later, so did Manuel Veth of Transfermarkt, even going as far as to say the deal is imminent. And the fact that Manuel Veth isn't throwing a bucket of cold water on this rumor is a key detail here. In the past, Veth has taken a cautious approach with St. Louis City SC transfer rumors. Like this case with Aaron Opoku. He made it a point to confirm the offer was made, but said nothing about whether it was imminent or not. And it's a darn good thing he showed restraint, as Opoku is not coming to St. Louis. So instead of getting money for a player that hardly ever plays and has not been in the club's plans like ever, Kaiserslauten's going to stick to their principles, gosh darn it. And they're going to keep Opoku in his 20 minutes or so per game that he gets if he's lucky, and then let him walk away for nothing this summer. And if it's because they think Opoku is just going to be absolutely delighted to stay at Kaiserslautern and contribute in his already limited minutes because they think he could help them in their promotion hopes, well, good luck with that. Okay, I got off on a bit of a tangent here. This video is about Conrad Wallem, and we've already discussed when this deal could happen. Now we need to talk about who he is, where he's been, why St. Louis likes him, and how he could fit into a redesigned St. Louis formation plan under Olof Mellberg. Conrad hails from Tønsberg on the southern Norway coastline. It's a city of about 55,000 people located a little south of Oslo, but still on the Oslo Fjord. Kind of looks like St. Louis during that winter storm we had in January, doesn't it? Well, if our riverfront was actually a place where people wanted to be. Moving on! Conrad started his youth career at his hometown club at Tønsberg, then moved on to Arendal once he turned 18, and would make a couple appearances with the Norwegian under-19s during this time period. Conrad moved up to Norway's top flight in 2021 when he joined Odds BK. Because, the odds were clearly in his... You know what? I'm not going to finish that. I have dignity. Conrad would play 3 seasons at Odds, playing 71 total matches in the Norwegian top flight for them. He scored 8 goals and contributed 11 assists in 3 seasons. But while he can put the ball in the back of the net, perhaps the most exciting thing about Conrad is his ability to progress the ball up the pitch, including the middle. Here he is picking up a loose ball not far outside his own box and beating defenders while charging up the middle to get the ball near the opposing team's box. Now here he is getting the ball on the left side of his own end, getting out of a pickle and doing a nice 1-2 to get the ball back and start charging ahead. He drifts to the middle to find his man here. Conrad appears to be a 2-footed player who prefers his right, as seen when he makes a cross with his right foot from the left side, and he can beat defenders with speed as he gets this through ball and then has the presence of mind to cut back in the box and find a charging forward to bury it. This is a player that clearly just loves having space to work with and being completely unafraid to charge into it, but as you saw earlier, he does seem proficient in 1v1s to work himself out of jams, like in these examples. Pretty impressive, right? Well, after 3 solid years at Odds, a bigger club in Europe took notice. In July 2023, he transferred to Slavia Prague in the Czech First Division for a reported €1.5 million. Not an insignificant amount of money for the 22-year-old. Wallem played fairly regular minutes with the Czech Giants in 2023-24, playing 36 total matches, including 10 in the Europa League, where he had a goal and 2 assists. In 23 league matches, he had 5 goals and 6 assists. And Slavia appeared to deploy him all over the pitch here as well. Here he is receiving a long ball as a left winger and putting it away, and this was a nice cut from the left to head the ball in. Wallem does have a penchant for winning aerial duels, impressive given he's not very big. He's listed as 5'11", but other places list him as 5'9", so you be the judge. He's got some flair to his game as well, as he loves a half volley, just missing here, and he can hustle as he tracks down this ball heading into the corner. He doesn't hurry, instead settling the ball, beating his man, and finding an open man in the box. And as I'm watching that video and others, I'm really getting Norwegian Celio Pompeu vibes from this guy. He's solid with the ball at his feet, loves a 1v1, and is a hard worker as shown in these clips, very much like his future teammate, Stelio Pompeu. But something happened this past offseason that appeared to derail his time at Slavia Prague. Remember how Kaiserslautern refused to sell Aaron Opoku to St. Louis? Well, something similar happened to Conrad. Czech outlet InFootball reported in August that Wallem had an offer from abroad that was attractive. This article is translated from Czech, by the way, so you can read it. The club offering was Preston North End, a mid-table club in the Sky Bet Championship. The Lancashire Post reports that the transfer would have been £2.1 million and reportedly would have broken the Preston transfer record. However, despite Wallem being reportedly very keen on the move, the two sides remained far apart. The transfer fell through, and he reportedly handed in a transfer request afterwards to Slavia Prague. He had agreed to terms with Preston North End, but it was Slavia Prague balking at the transfer fee, and Preston ended up moving on. A month later in September, Conrad posted a message on Instagram saying the transfer rumors were no secret and that he wished things could have been handled differently by all parties involved, making no secret himself that he wanted out. But despite his nice message that things have been smoothed over, the stats here speak for themselves. Just 6 league games this season for Conrad, while he's gotten barely any playing time at all, and 2 Europa League starts. Conrad was withheld from Slavia Prague's training camp roster in Spain this month, and it appears that his time with the club one way or another is done. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that Slavia Prague and Conrad alike really hope St. Louis trigger that buy option at the end of the 1-year loan. So let's get our cards on the table and figure out where Wallem fits in the St. Louis lineup. These are his charts from last season for Slavia Prague in both league competition as well as 8 Europa League games. When compared to other players in the Czech First Division in Ben Griffith's pie chart, you can see where Wallem stands out. He's a progressive ball carrier with an eye for finding an open man. The videos earlier proved that. He's good at crosses as well as being decent at winning aerial duels, and he knows how to draw fouls, a strength from his 1v1 ability. In the Europa League games, where he played the likes of Serie A stalwarts AC Milan and AS Roma, Servette of the Swiss League, and FC Sheriff of Moldova, the graph from FB Ref shows he was a creative passing force who could step in and be plucky on defense. But on the right-hand side are where Transfermarkt lists his positions, and basically, he could play just about anywhere except striker, central defender, and goalie. And that's important to note, as one thing that's been established with Olof Mellberg's past coaching record is that he likes to switch up his formations and present teams with different looks in different situations. And don't take it from me, take it from Olof himself.
Been very tactically flexible throughout my coaching career. I played, I think, all formations imaginable, and I really like to for the quality of the players decide exactly how I play.
Wallem's ability to carry the ball from his own zone and into an attacking position is something that leads me to wonder where he'll be deployed in St. Louis, and maybe will he be a wingback in Olof's system? And I say wingback and not fullback because I maintain that St. Louis might have enough personnel, not say might, I think they do have enough personnel to switch to a 3-in-the-back system. Jonas Horn, Joachim Nilsson, Henry Kessler, Timo Baumgartel, Kyle Hebert, Josh Yarrow, Jake Girdwood Reich, Michael Wenzel. All of these players have first-team contracts, and all of these players can play center back. And let's go back to Olof's presser back on January 10th and tell me that Conrad Wallem does not match what Olof is looking for from the St. Louis offense.
I would like us to be an attacking team, to try to play the ball forward, looking for fast attacks, but to be able to do so and still be in control of the game, you really need to be disciplined in the balance and moving the team, pushing up. If you have fast attacks and you want to put early crosses in, the whole team needs to be extremely fast in pushing up the lines so that you can continue to put pressure on the opponents. For example, that's a way of controlling the game without being a tired possession team, because I don't like that. I like us to still be be vertical, looking for the goal always.
But whether it's as a wingback or as an attacking winger, Wallem's ability to progress the ball, feed crosses into the box, beat defenders 1v1 seems to be exactly what Olof is looking for. But what do you think of the potential signing of Conrad Wallem? And quite frankly, where do you see him fitting in this lineup? Leave a comment below and make sure to like and subscribe for more St. Louis City content like this. I also travel and vlog soccer matches in the US when I can, and joining my 99-cent supporter section helps me get the games to bring them to you. I appreciate all 21 of you that have signed up so far. It really does add up. This is your soccer zombie, Tom Franklin, and if you're into fun and frisky Norwegian wingback types, maybe you'll like this video that I did of Thomas Totland when he signed in St. Louis. We signed him from BK Häcken, the club in Sweden, not a bunch of hackers trying to hack a Burger King. Look, I know the commercials for Burger King are annoying, but don't try to hack them because of them. It's just not nice.